Just like its name, Seattle Center is the center of so many events in Seattle.
Yeah, there are several festivals coming up this spring that the center will host. Holly Menino takes a look at what's happening at Seattle Center and how you can get involved.
We walked across the street to see what our neighbors at Seattle Center are up to, and as you can imagine, they have quite a lineup of events coming up this spring. Joining me right now is Chelse Riddick-Most. She is the programs director here at Seattle Center. What do you have coming up first?
Oh, we always have something in the pipeline, right? So Asian Pacific Islander Cultural Festival, we have Spirit of Africa Festival, and of course the Cherry Blossom Festival, the Chinese Arts and Cultural Festival, and then in May, we have Northwest Folklife Festival, which is one of our oldest and more popular festivals. So all of these festivals are a part of a series of 24 cultural festivals that are part of our Festall Cultural Festival series.
Why are these festivals important to bring to the community? Why is this something Seattle Center does bring to our community?
I think what is wonderful about what we do with these festivals, it's almost like a community gathering. There's arts, there's music, there's live events, there's intergenerational connectivity that's happening through these festivals, and there's food. And there's food, which is what I love. It's a wonderful way, even if you are not a part of the community for that festival, it's a great way to get connected to your city and the people that are here.
Let's start with the first one, Chelse, you mentioned. What can people expect to find at the Asian Pacific Islander Festival?
Oh, that festival, there are vendors, there's small business vendors that are there. There are beautiful garbs that they'll be able to see and experience. There's history that they share, and there's also food that will be a part of that festival, and it's always so tasty.
Yeah, the island food is delicious, especially when you're tasting from the Hawaiian Islands and all the different Pacific Island nations that we have. Talk a little bit about the second one you mentioned, the Spirit of Africa. What can people find there?
Spirit of Africa, one of the things that I really love about the Spirit of Africa is the art. The art that they share at that festival, I think it just spans the diaspora, which people love to come. There's the opportunity to not only be able to just enjoy and take in the art, whether it's visual art, whether it's artifacts that they're bringing in that are tied to the history of Africa. You can also purchase art that you can get here. You can also purchase it, which is nice to be able to do.
And be able to take something home too, right? And maybe help some of those artists.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a big part of why these cultural festivals are so important, because we're not only learning about different cultures, but you're also supporting small businesses.
Chelse, tell me about the third one, the Chinese Arts and Cultural Festival.
Chinese Arts and Cultural Festival, it's a more of the same. You know, it is an opportunity to learn about the history of China. It's an opportunity to see some of the beautiful garbs that will be on display. There's lots of history. They typically use the armory screen, and they pull down. They have different presentations that they make on the armory stage, and there's also music, and there's also food. So it's a lot of connecting 360 around the culture.
And when there's music, there's often dancing too, right? That's also one of the fun things about these festivals is we get to see some traditional dancing.
You get to see traditional dancing, and I also take part in some of the dancing too. I mean, that's the wonderful part. It's not restricted to just the people that are performing. Often you'll come in and you'll see people in the armory, whether they're in the armory or whether they're outside, they're often participating in the dance and the performances, and we encourage that. I mean, that's part of why these festivals are so important, because it requires the audience to participate as well.
Okay, tell us about cherry blossoms. We know how much Washingtonians love their cherry blossoms, right? Especially with UW and the cherry blossom trees on campus.
Cherry Blossom Festival is one of our biggest festivals on the campus, and of course it's a nod to our cherry blossom trees that are here on the campus. It's a lot of history. There's a dinner. There's lots of delegates that come down to experience. You'll have an opportunity to hear different stories. There's the connectivity with the older, more seasoned generation that is talking about the history and passing some of that down to the younger generation. And that to me is really it's definitely a treat.
We look forward to all the fun events here at the Seattle Armory and at Seattle Center. Chelsea, thanks so much.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you all are here and visiting the campus.
We're happy to be here. Back to you.
So many great events to come, and like Holly mentioned, Seattle Center, perfect name, so fitting because it's really at the center of it all. And I love how all the events celebrate different cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's a lot of like attendee participation involved too, dancing, eating.
I love all of it.
Trying the food.
Trying the food, so many delicious foods. And it's fun to just kind of walk the grounds, especially right now, because you'll see like all the flowers in bloom. They do a really great job with, the plants and the flowers. And I'm sure we're going to see tulips very soon because we've seen daffodils across the street. But it's also fun that it's just within walking distance of KOMO Plaza, because we could walk over there at any point and just enjoy those delicious smells.
We got to go to an event for sure.
We do.